Greatness at track number 9. Stay on the right track and let your light shine. Step by step, reach for what's true. Track number 9, your greatness is waiting for you.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to track number 9, hosted by Monica Cooper. I am just wanted to drop in this morning. It's January 19th, 2026, and just share a word with our supporters and our viewers in terms of what this day is. This is MLK Day. This is Martin Luther King's birthday celebration. And it's been over 50 years since this giant was taken away from the world. And I wanted to just add my 2 cents into what I think about our reflection on today, and just some suggestions as to maybe what we could be doing. Um, I, I feel like it was hate that took him away from here. It was people who didn't believe in love, they didn't believe in equality, and they did not believe that all men are created equal. So I'll say that. But now that we're here, what are we going to do? We have boulevards named after our brother, we have streets named after our brother, we have community centers named after him. But what are we going to do? It's been over 50 years. And in 2026, we still see those same things occurring in the laws, in the people that was happening 50 years ago. So what I would like to do is just offer an opportunity for people to start to reflect on what his life meant to you and what it means to be equal and free. Um, so I will say that one of the things I remember seeing is in a clip where the great Dr. King had mentioned that it's an insult to ask a bootless man to pull himself up by the bootstraps. And I see, communities of color and people here in this country that are considered the bootless community. And I think they should be commended for all of the segregated laws that was against them, all the discrimination laws that was against them, and to still be here and to still be striving and moving forward. I think that is true American grit. That is true American grit for people who had nothing and still made something out of nothing. So what I would like to do is I'd like for us to view this clip and listen to this clip and try and see exactly what our brother was trying to get at.
Why are they looking for the excuse? What is it about the Negro? I mean, every other group that came as an immigrant somehow, not easily, but somehow got around it. Is it just the fact that Negroes are black?
That's a part of it, and that grows out of something else. You can't thingify anything without depersonalizing that something. If you use something as a means to an end, at that moment you make it a thing and you depersonalize it. The fact is that the Negro was a slave in this country for 244 years. That was a willful thing that was done. The Negro was brought here in chains, treated in very inhuman fashion. And this led to the thingification of the Negro. So he was not looked upon as a person. He was not looked upon as a human being with the same status and worth as other human beings. And the other thing is that human beings cannot continue to do wrong without eventually rationalizing that wrong. So slavery was justified morally, biologically, theoretically, scientifically, everything else. And it seems to me that white America must see that no other ethnic group has been a slave on American soil. That is one thing that other immigrant groups haven't had to face. The other thing is that the color became a stigma. American society made the Negro's color a stigma, and that can never be overlooked. So I think these things are absolutely necessary. The other thing is that America freed the slaves in 1863 through the Emancipation Proclamation of Abraham Lincoln, but gave the slaves no land or nothing in reality, and as a matter of fact, to get started on. At the same time, America was giving away millions of acres of land in the West and the Midwest, which meant that there was a willingness to give the white peasants from Europe an economic base. And yet it refused to give its black peasants from Africa, who came here involuntarily in chains and had worked free for 244 years, any kind of economic base. And so emancipation for the Negro was really freedom to hunger. It was freedom to the winds and rains of heaven. It was freedom without food to eat or land to cultivate, and therefore it was freedom and famine at the same time. And when white Americans tell the Negro to lift himself by his own bootstraps, they don't look over the legacy of slavery and segregation. I believe we ought to do all we can and seek to lift ourselves by our own bootstraps, but it's a cruel jest to say to a bootless man that he ought to lift himself by his own bootstraps. And many Negroes, by the thousands and millions, have been left bootless as a result of all of these years of oppression and as a result of a society that deliberately made his color a stigma and something worthless and degrading.
Wow, that was powerful. That was powerful, and I hope that the viewers and the listeners will watch that over and over and over again, so that we can try to come to some resolution and some real solutions as to how the bootless man can finally get his just due, whether that come in the form of reparations, whether that comes in the form of economic development, however it comes. Because at this point, the communities in Baltimore, in Maryland, and in this country really have to come together and pull together. Our allies have to join us as we continue to push forward in this fight that the good brother had started. And we will delve into those types of conversation because everybody has an opinion about how we should address this. So on Saturdays at 9 a.m. on track number 9, we will look at those things. We will look at solution-oriented things to help us get on the right track and stay on the right track. Because as we can see, the things that impede us, our growth, our freedom, our progress, it's unceasing. Because in 2026, we are still faced with some of those same things. So join us as we talk about these things and bring our allies on and people who are fighting with us and moving this thing forward. We have some fantastic guests to come on track number 9, hosted by Monica Cooper. And you can search that on YouTube. Search that on YouTube and join us and join this community of people who will be dissecting things like what our brother said and figure out how we can move forward. So I invite you to join us, and I also invite you to do some inflection on this day and figure out what is it that I can do to help people get on the right track and move in the way that God would want us to be moved. I appreciate you listening, and I hope to see you on Saturdays, 9 a.m., track number 9, hosted by Monica Cooper. Thank you. Enjoy this day.
We inspire greatness at track number 9. Stay on the right track and let your light shine. Step by step, reach for what's true. Track number 9, your greatness is waiting for you.